Arsenal, Tottenham 0 at White Hart Lane. Was it business as usual? The 9-year drought has ended. Arsenal go 8 points clear at the summit of the English Premier League. Spurs fans, we want to hear from you. Arsenal fans, where you at? What you saying? How you feeling after another spectacular Premier League performance? And by the way, you did smash them. The scoreline was only 2-0, but you had them in your pockets for the large majority of the game. And then in front of goal, Spurs did exactly what I said they would. They didn't take their chances. Ramsdale was great. He performed the masterclass. But you know for a fact, Saka, Martinelli, Eddie are going to bury some of those. They were sitters. They were sitters. Spurs bottle it again. For me, that's them. I mean, they were talking title race 8, 9, 10 games ago. That is done. They are 5 points, I believe, now outside of the top 4. And Man United have a game in hand over them. Spurs' season goes from bad to worse. I want to shout out our title sponsors today, though. NordVPN. Get signed up now to protect your data online, your personal information, your debit card details, credit card details, mother's maiden name, and all that jazz. Scan that QR code on the screen or click on the link in the description below. You get a 30-day money back guarantee, but we'll talk more about them later. When your super chat comes in, man like J-Ron will get them starred. I'm obviously joined next to me today by Jessica Black, but more guests will bring them in a minute. How are you feeling after that massive win?
I'm feeling like I told you so. Not you necessarily, but we did the top 6 show, and I was offended by Spurs fans acting like because we usually get a red card and, Kane usually scores, that this was going to be the same. What did I tell you? We were leaving there with something. Didn't know if it was 1 or 3 points, but it's all 3, and you guys were diabolically bad, like you guys always are, and we were fantastic. So I'm feeling like I told you so. Everybody make sure George shows up for the next top 6 show so that I can get at him a little bit longer.
Well, this is the most important thing. Spurs fans, listen, history does play a part in fixtures because it gets into the mind of players. But as I said in my preview, people think I've got this weird Arsenal agenda, partly because of my relationship with you. And I'm like, it's not an Arsenal loving or Spurs hate. I'm just speaking facts. Arsenal are too good right now. And Arsenal are so far ahead of Tottenham, it's unbelievable. Spurs have been poor for a long time. A much better second half display from them. But their first half performances are absolutely horrendous. And if you go back and look at all the games that have dropped points recently, there's been many of them. It's the first half that has been letting them down time and time again. And Spurs fans have got to wake up and smell the coffee. Yes, they can blame Enoch. Yes, they can blame Daniel Levy for not spending money. But the way they performed in the second half, if they started games in that manner, which is a managerial tactic, they could beat teams. But I knew they were going to bottle it against Arsenal today. There was no shadow of a doubt. And I want to hear, and I'm calling out the media today, I want to hear the people still doubting Arsenal. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but the Arsenal hate, the Arsenal doubt has become embarrassing. It's legitimately 110% embarrassing. Every 5 minutes, there's another marker they've got across. There's another, but we've got to wait another 3 games. Let's wait until they go away to Tottenham. Let's wait until the big World Cup run in. Once they get a major injury, they're done for. Look at your record since Gabriel Jesus got injured. You've just gone to probably one of the worst places in the country for Arsenal to go to, and you smashed Tottenham today. You outplayed them. You outclassed them. And, if Eddie Nketiah had his shooting boots on today, it would have been 3 or 4-0. They weren't scoring in a month of Sundays. And I want to hear from Spurs fans. None of the Spurs fans that are part of this will show up today. They will all be licking their wounds after giving it the big one. After giving it the absolute big one. But it was a trouncing today. The scoreline, just like Man United's game against them, I don't think did the performance justice. It didn't do the performance justice. Now, I want to go to some of these super chats before we bring Colleen and KJ in. This is absolutely love the chant at the end of the game in Spurs fans' own stadium. Spurs are shite. Spurs are shite. Oh, I could sing that for days, is what Anthony Paul says. Also, where is Shameless George? Bring him out. He's gone for his shift at Tesco's. That must be where he's at next. Mikel Arteta project has officially gone bang. I love this team. Man United, see you at the Emirates. Dennis, I don't even want to think about it yet. I don't even want to think about a game yet. It's giving me nerves, big nerves. Nah, don't ever tell me Spurs are a top 6 side ever again. These players, blood. Blood. People still use the word blood. It's like they want to lose by 2 goals and turn up for the second half. And that needs to be called out, doesn't it, Jess? The fact that they are consistently underperforming in first halves of games. That has to be a tactical decision by the manager, surely.
I don't know if it's a tactical decision. I think it's more of a mentality issue. I think big teams come out and kind of put their mark on a game. They're aggressive from the off, especially at their own place. At your own house, you have to be, the king of that spot. They should go out and put the emphasis on us. They should be the ones that are more aggressive. I think Spurs have a beta mentality where they're like, let's see what they're going to do and we'll react to you. Big teams don't react. They make you react to them. I think it's a mentality thing. I don't think that Conte is saying, don't do anything in the first half. Stand off of all the Arsenal players. Don't make tackles. Give them space and just let them run all over you. So even if it's sit in.
Okay, 1 second. We're saying that there's some mic issues here. There's no mic issues. Yeah, you can hear it fine. Okay, sorry. Carry on. Sorry.
So even if, they wanted to sit in a little bit and hit us on the break, you still allowed us to win every second ball. You gave all of our players so much space. And for me, it's a mentality thing more than anything. And it doesn't help when your goalkeeper is just, I don't know, Lloris Howler.
Well, listen, I agree with you. I do think I think you called it right. The right words, beta mentality. It's a weak mentality. It's a loser mentality. And Spurs fans think I'm having a go at their club. The real Spurs fans who support the terrace, the likes of Jerome, I'm going to get your super chat in a minute. They know I'm speaking facts. I'm calling their club out to raise standards, to raise the mentality of the football club and the pressure that should be put upon the ownership, the pressure that should be upon the players, that should be upon the club. Spurs are the only club in the world that are pushing hard and campaigning to give one of their players legendary football status without winning a trophy. They want him to become the first footballer ever to have national and international and critical acclaim after not winning a trophy. That is beta mentality, and it's not going to ride. And that's why Arsenal beat them today. The reason you've lost in years gone by is you weren't good enough. Your mentality weren't right. So sometimes you've had better teams than them and you've still lost. But this Arsenal team is different. This Arsenal team is legit. And as I predicted very early on this season, Arsenal were going to be in the title race. They are the favourites to win. And you are better than Man City now as well. And that's the big point here. Arsenal are clear of Man City this season. We're not saying overall in the last 5 years. As of now, Arsenal are clear of Man City. And that's just a pure, unadulterated fact. There's some more super chats here. Thank you. I want to say thank you to Lid. I didn't say anything, but thank you very much indeed. This says, Jess, make sure you get that apology from George.
I will be getting it. I will be collecting. I will.
That will be getting done. This super chat here from Malik says, I remember when Spurs fans came with chest at the beginning of the season saying they'd finish above Man United. Bottle Jobs wants a fight after the match. Should have done that in the game. I mean, we switched over and didn't see that. But I'm sure they did because they were crying. Romero was kicking players all game. They got schooled today in their own back garden. That's like another man coming to your house, having a good time with your missus, eating your dinner, and then wearing your slippers, bruv. Spurs fans should feel absolutely embarrassed by their team's performance today. They definitely should. Mudryk actually chose pain over glory. What the hell? We'll come on to Mudryk later on the show. But I need that like button, Smash Gooners. 2,500 likes on this stream, and we'll give away some free memberships for you. We'll get that done. United showed us you belong. If you beat Arsenal, we'll be grateful. We still have our double header if you lose those 12 points behind in the title race. Listen, Thanos City, if we beat Arsenal, we're going to be you've got to look out for us as well, bruv. If we are able to beat Arsenal away, I don't know that doesn't mean City are winning the league. That means we might. Come on now. You need a draw. If you're a proper City fan, you need a draw in that game because Man United are coming back too. Sick and tired of these poor first half. This is from Jerome, a proper Spurs fan, a real Spurs fan. He said, we're never going anywhere with this crap. Embarrassed again at home. Arsenal are so much better than us. That makes me sick. Jerome, thank you for being honest, my friend. It means a great deal you're being honest here. Most Spurs fans are not going to be. I want to call George that Spurs shite fan had so much chest and disrespected Arsenal. Bring him out.
But